So, who likes bugs, right? A lot of people have an innate dislike of insects, but there are a few legitimate reasons why we shouldn't like them. First, they spread disease, they can destroy crops, and they're highly invasive. Also, anyone who has ever seen a tarantula wasp probably has a few good reasons for not liking them. I'll insert some horrifying pictures here. My name is Taylor Harper, and I have a degree in biology with an emphasis in ecology and conservation. And today I'm going to be talking about some pest control techniques, specifically sterile insect technique or SIT. First, I'm going to go over what SIT is exactly, and then I'm going to go over two examples of how it was used. The first being pink bollworm, and the second being navel orangeworm. Why is this important? Well, it's important to know what our government is doing against pests and what they're doing to deal with them in the most eco conscious way possible. Everyone likes to know where their tax dollars are going, right? What is sterile insect technique? Well, in chapter 243 of Encyclopedia of Insects, Hendricks and Robinson define SIT as a biologically based method in control of key insect pests in which radiation sterilized males do not reproduce and repeated releases of these sterilized insects leads to a reduction in the population of the pest. Essentially, mass numbers of the target pest are reared, sterilized by radiation, and released into the wild where they mate freely, reducing the overall population of the pest. This method was originally created by Edward F. Kipling in the 1950s and was used to eradicate the New World screwworm. It's also been used in our next topic to eradicate the pink bollworm from cotton fields in America. In a 2018 press release, the U.S. Secretary of Agriculture announced that the pink bollworm had finally been eradicated after an almost 100-year war against this insect. And this is important because it has been destroying cotton crops for almost as long as the cotton industry has been around. This has saved us millions of dollars since then, and also it has allowed for future applications of SIT, one of those being the navel orangeworm, which we will go over next. Since 2016, the USDA has been working to reduce populations of the navel orangeworm. To do this, they have been using the sterile insect technique, and they have been sending over almost 1.5 million navel orangeworms every single day to California. The reason they're doing this is because navel orangeworm is a pest of pistachios and almonds, which is a $6 billion industry in California. Now, this project owes a lot of its funding and accreditation to the previous eradication of pink bollworm. Now, after watching this video, you'll know what sterile insect technique is, when it was first developed, and how it has successfully been applied, such as in the case of pink bollworm, and also how it's still being applied to this day, such as the case of navel orangeworm. Now, you probably still don't like bugs, but I hope that you learned something and I hope that you found some of it interesting.